Hello, welcome family, friends, and Earpers alike. I'm Bernie, and welcome back to the Ghost River Triangle. So as I was editing this, I realized I got my channel name wrong. So, welcome to the Purgatory Triangle. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah. So, 401. I don't know where to start. It was everything you could have hoped for, I think, in a season premiere. At least that's the way I felt. That's everything you could have hoped for. If you watched my previous video, which I'll add right there, I had a lot of emotions. I felt a lot of things. I was laughing, I was crying, I was gasping, I was I was oh-my-godding. I was saying characters' names, I was cheering them on, I was telling them to stop making me nervous. I was doing everything you possibly could, and I think that's what makes a perfect season premiere. Now, I know there is one part of the episode that a lot of people are talking about, and I think, you know what, rightfully so. I just don't know what more I can contribute to the conversation, except for wow. Point one for the gays. That was really we got one, guys. Okay, now I want to talk about, just break down some of the episode. I'm not going through the whole thing, so if you haven't watched it yet, definitely go and watch it. Oh yeah, massive spoiler alert. I haven't put that in front of any of my videos yet, but I think this one in particular, I need to be spoiler alert. If you have not watched the first episode of season 4, do not watch this episode. Do not watch this video. Stop it right now. Stop it and go watch it. The first part I want to talk about, I just need to talk about Waverly. So if you saw my last video, I'm sure you noticed that Waverly stressed me out a little bit. Waverly, I swear to God. A lot. She stressed me out a lot. Waverly. In the very beginning, her and Doc are standing at this massive throne, and she's like, "It is my birthright." She said it and it sounded familiar to me. I sat on it for a day or two, then a little light bulb went off in my head. It's something that Jolene says in Jolene, and she's like, "It's my birthright," and then Waverly's there with the shovel and she's like, "This is mine." I think it's interesting that it's the same line, and I am a firm believer that everything done in Wynonna Earp is done with intent and nothing is just an accident. I think one way or another Jolene is in the garden. The reason I think this, there's a couple of things. Part of it is that Jolene's never confirmed dead. She gets, sucked into the forest by vines, but we never actually see her die, and we don't really know what's happening in terms of the alive forest in Purgatory. But as she's being pulled into the vines, she says, "She was fealty, I swear," referring to Waverly is what I would assume. The garden, eventually does get Waverly. Is Jolene now spared and now allowed into the garden because the garden received what Jolene promised? Another reason is that Waverly is wearing the same exact clothing that she wears in the Jolene episode. Once again, Wynonna Earp, nothing's accidental. I firmly believe nothing is accidental. Towards the end of the episode, she feeds the machine, and then there's a whisper, "Waverly." And my initial instinct was that Willa? And I don't know why I thought it was Willa. I think in part I was just that sounds like Natalie Krill's voice. But after rewatching the episode, it also reminded me of when Mama Earp and Wynonna and Waverly are in the Gibson greenhouse in the Jolene episode. Waverly gets pulled away by someone whispering her name, "Waverly." And it was kind of in the same tone, considering the context of the whisper at the Gibson greenhouse. It is clear that it is not a good thing. I think that speaks very, very boldly to the presence of the whisper in the garden and those books. What are those books? I can't even get into the books because it makes me nervous. I start sweating. I can't even start going into the books because what are the books? Why did Waverly's have Waverly Gibson instead of Waverly Earp? Oh no, she's not actually an Earp, but her legal name is Waverly Earp. It's not Waverly Gibson, so why is it that? I can't even get into the books, and I'm not going to because I don't know what to say, and I'm not going to go into that because I don't know what to say about it. Okay, moving on. Where are Jeremy and Robin? That's it, that's the question. I have no answers to this, but where are they? I'm concerned. Is Robin a tree now? I'm concerned for the gays. Where are Robin and Jeremy? Who is feeding Calamity Jane? I'm concerned. I know some people were like, there's an automatic feeder. Okay, but that automatic feeder has to run out at some point. I'm concerned about Calamity Jane. I just need them to let me know, like, some way that Calamity Jane is okay. I truly am Calamity Jane's biggest fan, and I just need to make sure she's okay. Can someone please ask Emily Andress, is Calamity Jane okay? I'm just so excited for episode 402, which has been teased a lot on social media about what we should expect. I'm gonna put what we should expect from 402. I'm excited, terrified but excited. That's pretty much it for this episode. Comment below what you comment below your thoughts on episode 401. I would love to hear like some of your theories, some of the things that you're hoping happen. Like, what are your hopes? What are your dreams for this season? I want to know. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share, all those things. Received a message on TikTok. Amelia, that's really funny. That's a really funny TikTok.